Hi, my name is Anirudh. In this video, we are going to be talking about ANOVA. So, what is ANOVA? ANOVA stands for Analysis of Variance. ANOVA is used with three or more groups to test for mean differences. That is, ANOVA is a technique that is used to test in a situation where there are three or more groups to check whether their means are statistically significant from one another or not. Like I said, ANOVA is a short form of analysis of variance. ANOVA is used with three or more groups to test for mean differences. So, ANOVA is an inferential statistic technique that allows you to compare the mean levels of one interval ratio scale variable such as income for each group relative to others in a nominal variable such as degree. By inferential statistics, I mean you try to infer something from your population. So ANOVA is a statistical technique that allows you to compare the means where you have three or more groups. If you had only two groups to compare, ANOVA would give the same answer as an independent t-test. So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is t-test versus ANOVA. So t-test is used when you have two or more groups. So the problem with t-test is that it cannot be applied to situations with where there are two or more groups. In such cases, you go for ANOVA, where you have more than three groups. If you set type 1 error to be as 0.5 and you had several groups, each time you tested a mean against another, there would be a probability of 0.5 of type 1 error rate. This would result in having a probability of higher type 1 error than the desired 0.05. So there are two kinds of ANOVA, one-way ANOVA and the two-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA is used when we compare more than two groups based on one independent factor variable. Example is comparing productivity of three or more employees based on their working hours. Two-way ANOVA is when we perform an analysis based on two independent factor variables. For example, uh, you can use your two-way analysis to find the SAT score based on gender and if the person had or did not have a preparatory course. Here your gender and the preparatory course are your first and second factor variables. So there are some assumptions when you want to use ANOVA. So there are three primary assumptions in ANOVA. The responses for each factor level have a normal population distribution. The second assumption is that these distributions have the same variance, and the third assumption is that the data are independent from each other. So with this, we've come to the end of our ANOVA presentation. I hope you would have got basic idea of what ANOVA is. Thank you.